Mr. Dascom, what we need right now is a clear message to the people of this country. This message must be read in every newspaper, heard on every radio, seen on every television. This message must resound throughout the entire interlink. I want this country to realize that we stand on the edge of oblivion. I want every man, woman, and child to understand how close we are to chaos. I want everyone to remember why they need us.
As the government warned that this invisible killer is the biggest threat our country has faced in decades, and that worse is to come.
All parts of the country are now on an emergency footing.
New powers to detain infectious people, ban gatherings, even suspend ports.
We are faced by a profoundly challenging situation.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home. Because the critical thing we must do to stop the disease spreading between households. That is why people will only be allowed to leave their home for the following very limited purposes.
Please return to your home. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect. Return to your homes. Return to your homes immediately.
Hello, Wasteland. Alright, it's been 2 weeks, right? Okay, I've been in isolation for 2 weeks. Finally left quarantine. Fantastic. I can finally return to the land of the living. From what I've seen, it's a whole different world out there now. I'm at Asda. It's 15 minutes before it opens up. Because I've seen pictures online. Even my hometown. Now, nothing happens in my hometown. Nothing. But apparently in my hometown at the Asda there was people lined up and it looked like something out of Soviet Russia with the bread lines. So, yeah, I'm here to see how bad it is. So I'm here 15 minutes early and there's some cars in the car park. You know, I'll give them credit. There's that. Fuel is £1 and 2p per litre, which is the cheapest I've ever seen in my life. I've already got half a tank. I'm tempted to fill up just because why not? But yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah. Hey. So there you go, 102 a litre. I've never seen it that cheap in my life. Alright, and we're back. It's like an hour and 15 minutes later, and I suppose more like an hour and a half really. And yeah, that's that done. You know, buying 2 weeks worth of shopping turned out to be fine. I didn't record everything because I felt you guys don't really need to see that. But I did pick up toilet paper and record that because that's the most important thing in the world apparently. But yeah, so I still can't believe the fuel's so cheap though. That's what really stuns me. 102 per litre. Like, come on. In dollars, that's like what? Paying, I don't know, $1.05 or something ridiculously cheap. Alright. Hello. Alright, so it's 12 minutes past 6 on Thursday the 2nd of April 2020. I'm currently in my car, sat outside of work. For those of you that don't know, I work as agency staff in a food warehouse, shall we say, because I'm not going to name the company. Normally it's picking sandwiches, right? It's like the easiest job in the world. You put the pre-packaged sandwich into trays and then that gets sent out. Well, they've sent me home. Because I'm agency, there's not as much demand, so they prioritise the core workers over the agency staff, which makes sense, you know, it makes sense. Yeah, it just sucks, really. Oh, Because it's not that I'm going back into isolation or quarantine or anything like that. It's just because of the coronavirus situation, there's not as much demand for prepackaged sandwiches, unsurprisingly. But there is still demand for milk and bread and stuff like that. And we do, or at least this warehouse does supply that stuff as well. It's why I've got one of those letters that says, you know, very important big man, can drive to work and back, you know. But like, for example, so today, out of everyone that showed up, only 3 of us were agency workers, and only 1 agency worker stayed behind. Me and another guy got sent away. I can at least say in my defence, I haven't been here in 2 weeks, so I don't know what's changed. But the guy that stayed behind, he was needed because he knows how to work the balers, the trash compactors. So yeah, it sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, it sucks. And what makes it worse is, theoretically, if we didn't have the COVID, if we didn't have all this business going on, I was on a temp to perm contract. So after 12 weeks or 12 months or however long it is, I would have gone from being agency into being full-time staff. But because of COVID, because of all that, that's not happened. So I've been sent home. What does this mean for me? Well, I'm all right financially for the time being, at least. It's just finding stuff to do. You know, I could always do more videos, but I need to do physical stuff as well. I've put on weight in the last 2 weeks. So what I'm thinking of doing, I'll see if I can find some like volunteering work or something. See if I can't help the situation as a whole. You know, not like necessarily for the NHS, because that's a whole kind of special sort of scenario, but, you know, like taking food to people's homes, or just something to do. So, because yeah, I mean, there is work here. It's just, if you're agency, chances are they don't need you. So I imagine this image is repeated all around the country. I don't think this is just me for a second. So it is what it is. Anyway, so I'm off home now. I'll probably edit this together. So, oh dear, oh dear.
We are, perhaps let me be the first to say it, implementing tonight and in this bill at least a dystopian society. Somebody will call it totalitarian, though I don't think that's quite fair, but it is at least dystopian. It is implementing a command society under the imperative of saving hundreds of thousands of lives and millions of jobs, and it is worth doing. And by God, I do hope that the Prime Minister has a clear conscience tonight and sleeps with a good heart, because he deserves to do so. Because libertarian though I may be, this is the right thing to do. But my goodness, we ought not to allow this situation to endure one moment longer than is absolutely necessary to save lives and preserve jobs.